Good morning, children. Today we came to know about 10th standard sociology first chapter. Already two chapters we have completed in the first sem. Now third chapter, social movement. In social movement, we are getting different types of movements like Apiko movement, Chipko movement, then alcohol movement, farmers movement, women's revolt against the society, and even untouchability movements. Different types of movements we are getting. Now we will see one by one. First reason, what is the meaning of social movement? It is a social process related to society, social mobility changes and transition. So social movements is according to depends upon the society, it has to start to change. Time to time it has been changes. So once a time social movement is required. Today if compared now society, social movements are not required because already they had done and they achieved also. Some of these goal and plans are there to whatever the movements you are doing now, you should have one aim, one should have one plan. For example, many movements have take place in India, but personal level is not a social movement. So whatever you will do, but your personal movement you are doing is not a real thing. So you have to do your for the sake of society, then it is a social movement. For example, Mahatma Gandhi believed that God is truth, he told. Mahatma Gandhi what he told? God is truth. God is, it is a truth. But same thing interaction, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, other people, what they told means, truth is God. So what is the difference? God is truth. Truth is God. Different is the same. God is a truth. God is there. That is completely devotion. Truth is God. If you are saying always truth, sir, I won't say any lies, sir. Who has that mistake? Sir, I did the mistake. That is truth. Sir, my friend has done the mistake, sir. If you say the truth, that only God. See how much difference is there. God is truth, truth is God. Gandhi's interaction is various programs has implemented social programs in 19th century. When it is which century? 19th century is there no? It is a important for environment, for social movement. See, companies starting claiming their own on them, many illegal provisions about to control such activities. So, what emergence of industrialization? So, industries has been started in our country. Why they started industries means to develop our country. That time, few people, they means industries people, they took the permission from the government. They want to destroy the nature. But few successful happened, few not successful. Who are successful? Why they not become successful? We will see in this chapter. For example, Indian independence is a permanent change today in our society. If you remember, means Indians independence right from beginning to Gandhiji, Nehru, Subhash Chandra, who are this or no, there to in 1857, that time first war of independence, Jhansi Rani, Lakshmi Bai, they fighted now from there as to Gandhi age, they fighted permanent changes there. They brought freedom movement that one. Here social movement means what we are going to example learn means. So few has brought, before that also movement is there, Bhakti movement, like Mirabai, Kabir, Ramanand, they have to fight it because to remove caste discrimination, caste feelings, and irrespective of caste, religion, they should say that all are equal, no one is above, no one is below, they told. Still what they told, let the movement of Basavana share the food, Anubhava Mantava he started to share the thoughts, everything, all are no high class, no low class, all are equal, they told. So what they made means that is Bhakti movement. Now origin of movements, here also few movements will say. Mob, what is a mob? Mob means a group of people gathered without doing any sort of things. Maybe some purpose is there. For example, theater. We'll go for a movie, we'll gather in front of the gate, we'll get the ticket and we'll go inside, we'll watch the movie. After we'll stay there only, after a few minutes, we'll dispatch. That is also mob. For example, still more example. So you are going somewhere, someone has met accident somewhere. A group of people will gather to see that accident. After completing their purpose, they will give call or something. If ambulance comes, they will take a means. Again they will dispatch. They doesn't have intention, but some intentional purpose will gather. Will gather something, but doesn't have any intention. That work is complete means will go. That we can call as a mob. Many programs, government policies, limitations, such programs like offices, they will go for jobs. Afterwards, they will move for another place. So what they will say, today my work is completed, next tomorrow I will come. That also one type of mob only. Mob violence. See another example of mob violence when the behavior of a mob turns into violence. Sometimes if there is no unity in the mob. So you see mob violence. Mob violence means it is an example of mob behavior when a behavior of a mob turns into violence. See how they are beating each other, one person, how nicely they are giving torture for him. It in the society here, anti-elements are towards the violence, destroying the public property. For example, terrorists, they will keep on some bomb somewhere and they will destroy entire the life of the public. See here, they are destroying the public property. So they destroy the public property means we have to pay that in the form of taxes. Suppose they are taking 1 rupee means if any buses or anything burned like that happen means they will take 2 rupees for us. So we are paying for that sake. So the mob is doing the mistake means we are going to pay. Means that common people are suffering here. The violence has been, for example, now has become active in rural areas, especially in villages also mob is there nowadays. Gangs are there, rowdyism is there, everything no. That is one type of mob violence only. So motivating factors that dominate anti-social elements, or we can call as a anti-social elements, which is controlled through effective. So how we can control this one? Through police, military and other agencies are there. What are the agencies means? We can say that, sir, we can say security guards are there to control if you are thrown some stone upon any office, the security guard is there. So anything you are doing mistake outside, police will come for us. If still anything external to internal problem is there, we want to take the help, we can take the help of the military also. These are the examples of the mob violence. Environment, if you take means, so in society, for example, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in the year was formed in 1973. What they are saying means thousands of people displaced to mining activities. So mining is, they told that not to do the mining here. What is the reason means mining to they'll get the air pollution. Then they're getting some sort of diseases. That's why they said Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, there's a result of agitation. They opposed to start that agitation. Next we'll go for Chipko movement. See here, Chipko movement. Here, the movement has issued license to cut down 2,500 trees belonging to Advani village of Tehri Garhwal district. Tehri Garhwal district. In this one, Chipko movement, Advani village. So it is where it is there now. Last means Tehri Garhwal district. Where means government has given order to cut 2,500 trees. To learn about decide to cut the huge trees in order to protect scam. But a few people has came to cut the trees. That time, few women has came outside and what they are doing, just you see in the Chipko movement 1974, the women was instrument behind this movement. Lasting due to this movement, permission is given to cut the trees was withdrawn. So they hugged the trees. They told that no need has to cut as the one tree also. It will destroy our society. Even it will lose our environment. So if you cut one tree, you won't get oxygen, no. That's why they told no need to cut the trees. That's why government only feared and they took the order back itself. They never cut one tree also. That much of fear happened. That movement we can call as a Chipko movement. Next one more is there, Apiko movement. In Karnataka, one of the incident is there. See once here, Apiko movement in 1983 is complete. Now Chipko movement, next. Apiko movement was started, say, in 1983 by the village of Salyani. One of the village, Salyani, there, few people has came and gathered not to cut the same, how Chipko movement, like that only Apiko movement also. They stood the contract has to cut the trees near Kalase forest, but they told that smuggling, main thing is if they cut the trees, smugglings will be more. So they don't want to take that type of risk. So sandalwoods are there, it is very costliest, no need to cut for anyone. So they had to hug the trees and they told that no one has to cut the trees. At last about this one, they told that importance of growing the trees. See on small children how nicely they are showing. To if you grow the tree, it will give for us not only oxygen, it will give shade to the birds also. So one tree is more useful. So it will give shade to the people and people's not only cows they will eat something, insects, birds they will take the shelter. So one tree is many purposes there, many uses are there. That one they told. How honestly that movement we can call as a Apiko movement. Next, Narmada Bachao Andolon.